Okay, hello everyone. It's good to have you all on board. And it's another time with tutorial here in the classic tutorial. And in today's tutorial, it happens to be another of our tutorial of the course, BUS403. And basically, this happens to be, if I'm not mistaken, the very second one we have on this course. And it's a very interesting course. And the very first time we had the course, we talked about group dynamics. So it's going to be a continuation of the discussion as we're going to be looking at the influence, the importance, and the size and the types of groups we have, and how all these affect human behavior. And for those of us who are new to the stream, let's ensure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ensure to join the private class where we walk you through all the courses throughout the semester without leaving any stone unturned. All you need to do is just visit our official website, www.tutoral.net, where you find the WhatsApp button on the top right hand corner. With this being said, let's go straight into it. Okay, so we have, according to the thumbnail, it says group dynamics. All right, and just as I mentioned, it's going to be a continuation. All right, a continuation of from our last discourse. Okay, now BUS403 is the course, and we are taking our bearing Darwin and Halvin said in 1997. Okay, we're going to be taking our bearing from what Darwin and Halvin said in 1997. According to Darwin and Halvin in 1997, we have group dynamics 2. Now, according to Darwin and Alvin in 1997, they said group dynamics is a field. Okay, group dynamics is a field of inquiry. Okay, a field of inquiry. Okay, now this field of inquiry is not just like the regular or the any kind of field of inquiry. It has a specification. Now, this field of inquiry is dedicated to what? Advancing. Dedicated to advancing, all right, knowledge about the nature of groups. Field of inquiry dedicated to what? Advancing. Okay, knowledge about the nature of groups. The nature of advancing the knowledge of the nature of groups. Not just that, also the laws of their development, the laws that bind the development of these groups. Okay, just a moment. Put together the laws that binds, okay, the development of these groups as well. Are we together? And not just that, it goes just advancing knowledge about the nature, all right, what makes up this group. It goes beyond that. It goes further to detailing the laws of their development. Okay? The laws of their development. Are we together? The laws of their development and as well as their interaction. Okay? As well as their interaction. Okay? So we've been able to identify that it's a field of inquiry dedicated to advancing knowledge about the nature of groups, the laws of their development, and their interaction, their what we call interaction. Okay, not just interaction, but let's put it like let's go for this word instead. Interrelation. Okay, with individuals, other groups, and large institutions. All right, interactions with individuals, their members, interaction within their members, all right, other groups outside their group, and institutions, the community or the society at large. Institutions, all right, as well. So that is it. What we refer to as group dynamics, according to Darwin and Alvey in 1997. 1997, yeah. So now let's take a step further. It says, now, so as a student of group dynamics, it is as a student of group dynamics, it might interest you to know that you need to acquire knowledge. All right? It's all about the acquisition of knowledge about the nature of groups. Underline this, the acquiring of knowledge or becoming knowledgeable about the nature of groups and most especially about the psychological and social forces associated. Understanding I think I should write this down, that marker. Understanding, we have that as psychological, okay, the psychological and social forces. The psychological and social forces associated with groups. You know, some of us might just feel like, okay, what's so special, what's so detailed about the course? Trust me, a lot is in. All right, trust me, a lot goes into this. Okay, see as we are breaking down things properly. Look at what it says here. From the field of inquiry that is dedicated to advancing knowledge about the nature of groups, not just that, but also the law binding this formation or coming together of this society, their development, and not just that, the way they are interrelated. It's a global world, and we depend on each other. So the way these groups are interrelated, considering their members, other groups, and larger institutions. All right, and it doesn't just end there; it goes way, all right, beyond that. Understanding the psychological and social forces that is behind these groups. All these are what you need to know about group dynamics. So now let's take a step further. So we're going to talk about some of the properties of group dynamics. Okay. Now, we want to talk about the characteristics. Okay. The attitude. All right. And the existing relationship. Those are the properties of group dynamics. What is the characteristics of the individuals who makes up this group? That is what makes that particular group stand out. What is the characteristics of the individual? Don't forget that any group is a group, any community is a community, any society is a society, because we have people, all right? We have people who has come together, all right, understanding that they have certain things in common, all right, enabling and fostering the coexistence. Don't forget, there is no relationship, there is no group. And one person cannot make a group, all right? A individual cannot make a group. It's just like saying a tree can make the forest. It is very, very impossible. A tree cannot make the forest, all right? So we have that as that. So we also talked about the properties, which are the characteristics of the individual that makes up the group. What is the attitude of this member? And what is the relationship that exists within them? Those are the three main properties of group dynamics. So very quickly, let's talk about the types of group. So majorly, there are two types of group, okay, which are the primary and the secondary group. Are we together? Okay, they are the primary and the secondary. Now, when we talk about the primary, according to what Cooley said in 1999, cited by Richard in 2006. Now, the term primary group is referred to a small group characterized by intimate, all right, face-to-face association and cooperation. Primary group. We have types. We have primary and secondary. All right, so this is small, all right, characterized by intimate, face-to-face. Small group, intimate, they know each other very well, okay? Intimate, face-to-face association. Intimate, face-to-face, small group association. A member of a street gang constitutes a primary group. Street gang, they know themselves. While we have the secondary group often emerge in the workplace. All right. Associated with profession, career. All right. Occupation. Associated with occupation. So we have that as that. It's not going to be a long class. It's going to be a pretty short one. So let's just, for those of us who haven't joined the private class yet, you might be missing a lot. You need to join the private class so we can cover a whole lot together. Okay. Are we all on the same page? Awesome. Now, let's quickly talk about okay, just a moment. All right. Now it says here, now apart from the two major types of group, we also have other groups like the focus group. Okay. Now this focus group, you also have the in groups and out groups. All right. So about focus group, what are we referring to? The focus group is composed of 10 to 5 people. all right, an assembly of 10 to 5 people, all right, and this is usually a group that is intentional about solving a problem, providing answers to some questions, all right. Focus group, more like a team of scientists or a team of analysts that are out there to get solutions to certain problems. Then we also have the in-group and out-group, just like it says. In-group are members of a group, all right? A group can hold special meaning for members because its relationship to other groups, all right? It's more like out and in. Yes, these are group, are member. So among groups, there's an in-group and there's an out-group. And this is how it works. If you're not a member of group A, if you are a member of group A, you are in group A. But to group B, you are an out group. That's how it works. In group, out group. Okay? So we have size of the group. All right? The size of the group is very, very important. At what point does a collection of people become a large, all right, become too large to be called a small group? That's not clear. Now, in a group within 20 members to identify, all right? Now, the size of the group determines the interaction that happens, all right? The reason why we are particular about the size of the group is to determine the kind of relationship that exists. In a primary group now, the relationship that exists here is way different from this, all right? This is intimate. There's intimacy here. When I say intimate, they are close to each other. They know each other. They understand each other. Compared to this one that is just only work related, nothing more, nothing less. So the size of the group is very important to determine the kind of relationship that goes on. All right. Now there's something called dyad. It's said to be the smallest of all groups or relationships. Okay. It comprises of two-member group. A wife and a husband constitute a dyad. All right. The smallest. A dyad is said to be the smallest, the simplest, and let's just leave it like this: the simplest, not the smallest. Let's just leave it as the simplest of all social groups of all social groups. The simplest of all social groups or relationship is the dyad. This is the combination of the wife and the husband. All right. The dyad offers a special level of closeness. Offers a special level of closeness. Okay. So we also have the triad. All right, or the triad. All right. And this is said to be the introduction of an additional person. This is 2. Okay. Then this is 3. Additional person makes it triad. Okay. Okay. So when we talk about the triad now, talking about the married couple, all right. Welcome their first child. Then we have the triad. So we're going to stop here for today. And in our next class, we'll take it up from coalitions. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. I believe you were able to gain something into this class. And hopefully by next week, we'll be done with this course. And we can move to some other course in time. For those of us who haven't joined a private class, ensure to reach out to us today on our official website, www.star.net, and use the WhatsApp bot to send us a direct message requesting that you want to join a private class. Walk you through and guide you how you can do this in just a few minutes. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful evening and look forward to your tutorials. Bye for now.